Hey Marcus, just how do you feel? And it sounded like you're excited to get back out there today, but just physically, how are you feeling?
Yeah, feel pretty good. Honestly, I didn't think it was. I mean, it wasn't the toughest skate back, but just trying to get into things. I feel the puck again. So yeah, just excited to get back out there with the guys and just get back to playing and having our season start back up again is a good feeling. But yeah, right now it was when you get symptoms and you don't know what to think and obviously being positive, the first one on the team is always tough. You think that maybe you're the one who brought it in here, but it is what it is. It's it's what we're trying to play through a pandemic. So this stuff's going to happen. And but overall, rebounded pretty quickly and felt pretty good for the days I was out and got cleared yesterday and was able to get a good sweat today. So hopefully tomorrow feels better.
Yeah, can you just take us through the last week as much as you're willing to? Like, how bad did it get for you with the symptoms?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of woke up Sunday morning and didn't have a great night's sleep the night before. Kind of just felt like a little bit of achy and chills a little bit, but didn't think anything of it really. I just thought I was maybe fatigued and then woke up and just texted John Worley and just tell him I was not feeling great. And then actually my test came back that I was positive, so it kind of went hand in hand. And the first kind of 2 or 3 days, just a little bit achy and chilly, just off and. Kind of like, flu symptoms that I would get. I mean, I'm never good with the flu in general. I've always had bad experiences. So it was similar to that, but a lot more just fatigued and then a bit of a head cold. And then, kind of, you can maybe hear it right now. It's still kind of around, but around day 5, I felt pretty good and kind of back to normal and just try to get as much rest as I could. And then, the last, week leading into being cleared, I felt really good, but just obviously had to wait for the hard tests and things like that to come back and to do them and then have them come back in a good way. So once I got cleared, I felt good, and today felt even better. So hopefully it's moving forward.
Last one for me, you kind of touched on it, but and I know it could have been anybody, but did guilt or anything, like, did you feel any of that when you see more guys added to the COVID list? Or, I know it's not you, but it started with you. So
Yeah, I felt really guilty. It's kind of like you brought it in here, but I mean, obviously, I think they traced it back. We got something from LA, and they had 2 or 3 guys that were positive when we played them, and just maybe worked with me getting it first, and the immune system, things like that. So, kind of trickle effect from there. But yeah, you never want to be the first one, or just in general get it. It's a guilty feeling, and which is weird because you shouldn't feel guilty, but that's just how it is, and. Yeah, it's just, you're the first one, so everyone kind of sees your name pop up first, and then the domino effect throughout the team after that kind of goes. So, but I mean, whether guys had symptoms or just didn't show positive until, later after I did is what it is. But, like I said, we're playing through a pandemic. These things are going to happen. And the positive out of this is that everyone hopefully is healed up pretty soon and we can get our full team back and have a good rest of the season.
Thanks, Marcus.
Thanks.
Go ahead, Mike.
Hey, Marcus, when you said that that you traced it back and got it from LA, is that something that the league confirmed to you, or is that just what you're guessing?
I'm just guessing that. I mean, I think that's what everyone's kind of thinking of. Just kind of go through the whole kind of, history of what the league's gone through already, 2 days later, then positive tests, and then you look at Colorado. So, yeah, I mean, there's nothing been kind of traced in the sense that I've heard from a doctor standpoint, but that's what I think everything needs to do because, just one thing, my family was negative, so nothing came from them, and which is odd, and for me being around them every day, and so that's the thing, you think that maybe I got it from whatever, somebody from home or a grocery store. There's nothing that my family had. So, that didn't come from my house was a good thing to clear the conscience. But yeah, everything kind of points in that direction.
Did you, where did you quarantine? Did you have to stay in your basement for a bunch of time or what did you do?
Well, I mean, when I was told that I was positive, I was around my wife and kids every day. I think we had a day off and we went, skating and stuff like that on the outdoor rink and with my kids, and we were in a car for a long time together. Kind we came here to test that day, obviously. So it's just one of those things where we just looked at each other and said, you know what, if I'm going down, we're all going down as a family. So it just we and luckily none of them got it after. When I was told it was positive, I stayed in my own room and stayed downstairs and limit my contact with my kids, obviously, and a little bit more work with my wife. But there's just something that I'm happy that my family was safe from it.
In terms of a hockey perspective, I mean, I know you alluded to it already, but you said you still sort of feel it. Are you concerned about playing right now, or do you feel like your clean bill of health is exactly that?
I mean, a little bit. Like I don't think that. I mean, it's going to take a couple of skates to get fully back to where I was, and feeling like I did come the LA series. I personally don't think I was 100% come the Colorado game on Saturday, but that was probably just me thinking I was just the schedule has been tiring and obviously being positive that day. So I just think that the biggest thing for me is just timing and getting that back, the feel of the puck, and I don't think it's going to be tough to get it back, but you just want to push yourself and make sure that your conditioning's back up and you're ready to go come when we play our next game.
Thanks, Marcus.
Go ahead, sir.
Thanks, Marcus. I guess, are you at all concerned about any lingering effects, or do you feel like you will have no issues at all moving forward in the future?
Yeah, I'm not really concerned. No, I mean, I know there's not a lot of knowledge when it comes to what this could do down the road, but like I said, I feel good today. I had a good practice. Lungs feel good. The heart feel good. Everything kind of, with it comes that energy is there. So, good shape, healthy. I'm lucky for that. And I think, it shouldn't have anything to do with kind of my, the future down the road of what's to come. So, I just think right now, just getting my timing back and then feeling better on the ice and picking up where we left off.
Obviously, we're seeing protocols change on the fly in season. And I mean, it looks like, kind of like you alluded to, in-game transmission. I guess from your perspective, or if you've talked to players on the team around the league, like, how do you guys feel safe playing? Like, I mean, does it feel like enough is being done to take care of you guys and your health and your futures?
Well, I mean, I think, I think there's a lot of protocols in place that, make us feel safe. I think it's just inevitable. Like it's tough to say, how you can actually stop this thing. And I think, the one thing of doing it is to stop the spread. So we've seen numerous months happening around the world. It's just, you got to remove the team and kind of quarantine them and then have them start back up when everything's safe again. But I mean, for the most part, how we got it, maybe I caught it or another guy caught it. And then, we're always around each other. I think, mask on or mask off, it's just, you're in each other's ears. We didn't really have masks on during before games and stuff like that. And you're in the same dressing room as each other. Guys are throwing water bottles to each other if they need one when they go pick one up in the middle of the room. Like it's inevitable. We're always around each other. So I think the league's doing whatever they can to make us safe when we travel. The bigger issues that maybe can lead to faster spreads. But when you come in to play another team and you got a positive case on the other side and you're playing against them and breathing around them on the same ice surface, I think it's just a matter of time.
Lastly, Marcus, knowing that Tuesday's lineup obviously could look very different from the last time, this team was together and played, just what type of obstacle or hurdle will it be to just kind of get back up and running with the season? I know you guys paused with a winning record. How much can this stoppage maybe hurt the trajectory of the season, or do you not see it that way and you think the team will be able to put this behind it and still be a competitive team this season?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's where we just got to be positive and take over. Leadership's got to take over and just don't use it as an excuse. Honestly, I think we're fine. I think we're well rested. Usually our group's really good the next game after being well rested. So we have a chance to, we had some injuries. We had some guys that maybe had some tweaks and things like that. Now we're 2 weeks off or a week and a bit off. And now we have guys rested. So guys that were healthy still did a little something, I'm sure, at home, whether it was working out, staying in shape. And, we have a couple more practices here before we play LA. So honestly, I think it's just something where mental toughness is going to take over, and just be excited to play again and be excited to win games, and look back at the end of the year when we make the playoffs, looking at this as a positive rather than negative.
Thanks, Marcus. Take care.
Thank you.